At 30 years old, vibrant and full of life, Anna, a young teacher, had always been healthy. Then, the world changed. A pandemic swept the globe, an invisible enemy threatening countless lives. Vaccines emerged, beacons of hope in a world riddled with fear. Anna, like millions of others, chose to be vaccinated, a decision rooted in protecting herself and her community. However, fate had a cruel twist in store. Weeks after receiving the vaccine, Anna began experiencing a cascade of inexplicable symptoms, debilitating headaches, blurring vision, and a persistent fatigue that clung to her like a shroud. Initially dismissed as stress or side effects, the symptoms intensified, pushing her into a vortex of medical uncertainty. Days turned into weeks, her health deteriorating with alarming speed. Doctors, baffled by her condition, initiated a battery of tests, searching for answers in a maze of medical complexities. The diagnosis, when it finally arrived, struck like a thunderbolt. Anna had developed cerebral venous sinus thrombosis, CVST, an exceedingly rare condition involving blood clots in the brain's venous sinuses. The link to the vaccine, though statistically uncommon, was undeniable. Suddenly, the beacon of hope had become a source of despair, a stark reminder of the intricate dance between medical intervention and unforeseen consequences. The world Anna knew shattered, replaced by a reality of hospital beds, invasive procedures, and the looming shadow of mortality. Her story, though singular, reflects a broader truth, a disquieting reality where medical progress, even with the noblest of intentions, can sometimes lead to unintended harm. Anna's tragedy serves as a potent reminder of the fragility of human biology, the intricate web of cause and effect that governs our existence, and the pressing need for continuous exploration and vigilance in the realm of medicine. Vaccination, a cornerstone of public health, stands as one of the most significant medical triumphs in human history. From eradicating smallpox to dramatically reducing the incidence of debilitating diseases like polio and measles, vaccines have undeniably saved countless lives. Yet the conversation surrounding vaccines is rarely simple, often clouded by anxieties and misinformation. The emergence of new vaccines, particularly in the context of a global pandemic, has further intensified this discourse, highlighting the delicate balance between collective benefit and individual risk. The fundamental principle underlying vaccination rests on the concept of herd immunity. By introducing a weakened or inactive form of a pathogen into the body, vaccines stimulate the immune system to develop defenses, essentially training it to recognize and combat the actual disease-causing agent. When a sufficiently high percentage of the population is vaccinated, the chain of transmission breaks down, protecting even those who are not immunized. This collective shield is particularly vital for vulnerable populations, such as infants, the elderly, and individuals with compromised immune systems. However, no medical intervention is entirely devoid of risk. Vaccines, like any other medication, can have side effects. The vast majority of these are mild and transient, ranging from localized pain at the injection site to low-grade fever or fatigue. Severe adverse reactions are exceedingly rare, but their occurrence, however infrequent, underscores the complex interplay between individual biology and medical intervention. The emergence of novel vaccines, such as the mRNA vaccines developed for COVID-19, has further fueled anxieties, particularly due to the relative novelty of the technology and the accelerated pace of their development and deployment. The decision to vaccinate is ultimately a personal one, ideally made in consultation with a healthcare professional, weighing the potential benefits against the risks. Access to accurate and reliable information, devoid of sensationalism and fear-mongering, is paramount in making informed choices. The narrative surrounding vaccines must be nuanced, acknowledging both their undeniable contributions to public health and the potential for, albeit rare, adverse effects. Open, transparent, and evidence-based communication is crucial in fostering trust and ensuring that vaccination programs achieve their intended goal of safeguarding individual and collective well-being. The development of mRNA vaccines represents a paradigm shift in vaccinology, a testament to the relentless pursuit of scientific understanding and its application to real-world challenges. Unlike traditional vaccines, which utilize weakened or inactivated viruses or bacteria, mRNA vaccines, introduce a genetic blueprint into the body's cells, instructing them to produce specific viral proteins. These proteins then serve as antigens, triggering an immune response without exposing the individual to the actual virus. The mRNA molecule, essentially a messenger carrying genetic instructions from DNA to the cell's protein synthesizing machinery, is inherently unstable and prone to degradation. To protect the mRNA and facilitate its entry into cells, it is encapsulated within lipid nanoparticles, minuscule spheres of fat-like molecules. These nanoparticles act as delivery vehicles, shielding the mRNA from enzymatic breakdown and enabling its uptake by cells at the injection site. Once inside the cell, the mRNA molecule interacts with ribosomes, the cellular factories responsible for protein synthesis. The ribosomes, following the instructions encoded in the mRNA, assemble viral proteins. These proteins, once released from the cell, are recognized by the immune system as foreign entities, triggering a cascade of defensive responses. The immune system, now primed to recognize the specific viral proteins, can swiftly mount a targeted attack if it encounters the actual virus in the future. The elegance of mRNA vaccines lies in their simplicity and adaptability. The process of designing and manufacturing mRNA vaccines is relatively rapid and straightforward, making them highly responsive to emerging threats, as evidenced by their swift development in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. Moreover, the platform's versatility allows for the targeting of diverse pathogens, holding immense promise for tackling a wide array of infectious diseases. However, the long-term effects of this novel technology remain under investigation, necessitating ongoing research and meticulous monitoring to fully comprehend its implications for human health. Thrombosis, the formation of blood clots within blood vessels, is a complex physiological process with potentially life-altering consequences. Blood clotting, in essence, is a protective mechanism, a vital response to injury that prevents excessive bleeding. However, when clots form inappropriately or obstruct blood flow, they can lead to serious complications, including heart attack, stroke, and pulmonary embolism. The delicate equilibrium between clot formation and dissolution is orchestrated by a complex interplay of cellular and molecular factors. Platelets, small irregularly shaped blood cells, play a crucial role in initiating clot formation. When a blood vessel is injured, platelets adhere to the damaged site, aggregating to create a plug that stems the flow of blood. This initial platelet plug is then reinforced by a meshwork of fibrin, a fibrous protein formed through a cascade of enzymatic reactions known as the coagulation cascade. The coagulation cascade, a tightly regulated sequence of enzymatic activations, culminates in the conversion of fibrinogen, a soluble plasma protein, into fibrin. Fibrin strands polymerize, forming a robust network that traps red blood cells and further solidifies the clot. The intricate interplay of these components, finely tuned by a multitude of regulatory mechanisms, ensures that clotting occurs only when necessary and remains localized to the site of injury. Disruptions in this delicate balance can lead to pathological thrombosis. Factors such as genetic predisposition, underlying medical conditions, prolonged immobility, surgery, and certain medications can increase the risk of thrombosis. The clinical manifestations of thrombosis vary, depending on the location and size of the clot. Deep vein thrombosis, DVT, a condition characterized by clots in the deep veins of the legs, can cause pain, swelling, and redness. If a DVT dislodges and travels to the lungs, it can result in pulmonary embolism, a potentially life-threatening condition. In the wake of Anna's tragic experience, a shadow of doubt has been cast over the vaccine, fueling anxieties and amplifying existing concerns regarding vaccine safety. The rarity of such severe complications makes it challenging to discern a clear causal link, blurring the lines between coincidence and consequence. This uncertainty breeds fear, often exacerbated by misinformation and the echo chambers of social media, where anecdotal accounts are amplified, devoid of scientific context. The inherent complexity of the human body, with its intricate web of interconnected systems, makes it exceedingly difficult to establish definitive cause and effect relationships in medicine. Individual responses to medications, including vaccines, can vary dramatically due to a multitude of factors, ranging from genetic predisposition to underlying health conditions. This inherent variability makes it challenging to disentangle the contribution of a specific intervention from the background noise of individual biological variation. The emergence of novel vaccines, particularly those utilizing cutting-edge technologies like mRNA, has further fueled anxieties, given the relative lack of long-term safety data. The accelerated pace of development and deployment, driven by the urgency of the pandemic, has understandably raised concerns among some, questioning whether sufficient time has elapsed to fully comprehend the potential long-term effects. This uncertainty, though understandable, must be balanced against the undeniable benefits of vaccination in mitigating the devastating impact of infectious diseases. The shadow of doubt, though an uncomfortable companion, serves as a potent reminder of the need for ongoing vigilance, rigorous scientific inquiry, and transparent communication. We must navigate this complex landscape with a discerning eye, acknowledging both the triumphs of medical science and the inherent uncertainties that accompany any intervention, particularly in the realm of human biology. The pursuit of knowledge, grounded in evidence and devoid of sensationalism, remains our most potent weapon against the darkness of fear and misinformation. The anxieties surrounding vaccine safety are not merely abstract concerns confined to scientific journals and medical conferences. They reverberate through personal stories, echoing in the voices of individuals grappling with the uncertainties and potential consequences of vaccination. These stories, though diverse in their narratives, share a common thread of vulnerability, a recognition that medical interventions, despite their life-saving potential, can sometimes lead to unintended harm. Sarah, a young mother, recounts her experience with a sense of bewilderment. After receiving the vaccine, she developed a persistent numbness in her limbs, a disconcerting sensation that lingered for months, defying medical explanation. Despite extensive testing and consultations with specialists, the cause of her symptoms remained elusive, leaving her with a lingering unease about the vaccine's potential long-term effects. John, a middle-aged man with a history of autoimmune disease, speaks of his decision to forego vaccination with a mixture of caution and regret. Haunted by stories of vaccine-induced complications, he opted for a path of vigilance, meticulously avoiding exposure to the virus through social distancing and masking. Yet, the isolation and constant fear of infection took a toll on his mental well-being, leaving him questioning whether his choice, though driven by a desire to protect his health, had ultimately come at a significant personal cost. These stories, though anecdotal, offer a poignant glimpse into the human dimension of vaccine hesitancy. They underscore the need for empathy and understanding in engaging with individuals who harbor concerns about vaccine safety. Dismissing these anxieties as irrational or uninformed serves only to deepen the divide, hindering efforts to build trust and promote informed decision-making. Instead, we must approach these conversations with humility, acknowledging the complexities of individual experiences and the legitimacy of concerns rooted in personal narratives. The pursuit of medical progress is an ongoing journey, a continuous exploration of the frontiers of human biology and the intricate dance between intervention and consequence. Vaccination, though a cornerstone of public health, is not exempt from this dynamic, necessitating ongoing vigilance and a commitment to rigorous scientific inquiry. The emergence of novel vaccines, particularly those utilizing cutting-edge technologies like mRNA, underscores the imperative of meticulous monitoring and research to fully comprehend their long-term implications. The safety and efficacy of vaccines are not static pronouncements, but rather evolving narratives shaped by accumulating data and continuous scrutiny. Post-marketing surveillance, a systematic process of monitoring the safety of medications after their release to the public, plays a crucial role in identifying rare adverse events that may not have been detected during clinical trials. These surveillance systems rely on healthcare providers and patients alike to report any unusual symptoms or complications following vaccination, enabling researchers to analyze patterns and investigate potential causal links. The investigation of rare adverse events associated with vaccines requires a multidisciplinary approach, drawing on expertise from diverse fields, including immunology, epidemiology, pharmacology, and hematology. Advanced laboratory techniques such as genomic sequencing and proteomic analysis can provide valuable insights into the underlying mechanisms of vaccine-induced complications, potentially leading to the identification of biomarkers that could predict individual susceptibility to adverse events. The pursuit of knowledge in this domain must be characterized by transparency and open communication. The sharing of data, both positive and negative, among researchers, healthcare providers, and the public is paramount in fostering trust and ensuring that the benefits of vaccination are maximized while minimizing potential risks. This collaborative spirit, grounded in scientific rigor and a commitment to ethical conduct, is essential in navigating the complex landscape of vaccine safety and advancing our collective understanding of this critical public health intervention. The tragic tale of Anna serves as a poignant reminder of the intricate interplay between medical progress and unforeseen consequences. Vaccination, a cornerstone of public health, stands as one of humanity's most significant medical triumphs, yet it is not without its complexities and challenges. The emergence of novel vaccines, particularly in the context of a global pandemic, has further intensified the discourse surrounding vaccine safety, highlighting the delicate balance between collective benefit and individual risk. The anxieties surrounding vaccine safety are not merely abstract concerns confined to scientific journals and medical conferences. They reverberate through personal stories, echoing in the voices of individuals grappling with the uncertainties and potential consequences of vaccination. These stories underscore the need for empathy and understanding in engaging with individuals who harbor concerns about vaccine safety. Dismissing these anxieties as irrational or uninformed serves only to deepen the divide, hindering efforts to build trust and promote informed decision-making. The pursuit of medical progress is an ongoing journey, a continuous exploration of the frontiers of human biology and the intricate dance between intervention and consequence. The safety and efficacy of vaccines are not static pronouncements, but rather evolving narratives shaped by accumulating data and continuous scrutiny. Post-marketing surveillance, rigorous scientific inquiry, and transparent communication are essential in navigating the complex landscape of vaccine safety and advancing our collective understanding of this critical public health intervention. As we move forward, we must embrace a spirit of humility, acknowledging the inherent uncertainties that accompany any medical intervention, particularly in the realm of human biology. The pursuit of knowledge, grounded in evidence and devoid of sensationalism, remains our most potent weapon against the darkness of fear and misinformation. We must navigate this complex landscape with a discerning eye, celebrating the triumphs of medical science while remaining vigilant in our quest to understand and mitigate potential risks. Only through continued exploration, open dialogue, and a commitment to evidence-based decision-making can we ensure that vaccination programs achieve their intended goal of safeguarding individual and collective well-being.